Hello student. Let's start our discussion. So in this tutorial we will start new topic or new unit, that is programming the basic computer. Now this is the first introductory tutorial from this unit. So let me tell you that what we are going to cover throughout this series of tutorials. So we'll start with the machine language, then we will discuss assembly language, then we will continue our discussion with assembler. Okay, in assembler we will try to understand that how any program it will pass through two phases of assembler. Okay, and how address symbol table will be generated, and then how binary program will be generated using that address symbol table. So that we will discuss in this unit. Then from here onwards we will try to discuss that how various concept of higher level programming language or you can say middle subroutine means concept of higher level programming language will be used. So let's say how loop will be implemented, how ALU operation will be implemented, then how subroutine will be implemented, and then how input output programming will be implemented. So let us start our discussion with the machine language. Okay, so if we try to find out the various type of language, okay, then we can say according to the representation, okay, it can be categorized into three category, let's say lower level, middle level, and higher level. Okay, so now normally lower level languages are considered binary code or hex code, and then symbolic code is represented as a middle level language, and higher level programming language, so like a Fortran, C, so which are working at the you can say above the compiler, and then compiler and interpreter will work. Now whatever programming language we are using in our routine, it is higher level programming language. Okay, and computer can understand only binary. Okay, so we need some mechanism which will convert this higher level programming language into binary code. So it is known as a compiler. Similarly, if you are writing code in symbolic language, or it is also known as mnemonic, so if you are writing code using instructions, then it should be also converted into the binary code. So this will be done by this programming language is known as assembly language programming language. Okay, and it will be converted that assembly language will be converted into binary code by assembler. So in this unit we will try to discuss, or we will try to study the working of assembler. Now before starting that discussion, let us try to understand that how same thing is represented at the different level, means in binary code, in octal code, in symbolic code, or here octal or hex code or symbolic code, and higher level programming language. So let us start. As you can see, this is the binary values. Okay, so this is actually not a simple value, but this is a program. Okay, so this is the binary program. So here you can see this is the location, and on each location information will be stored in form of 1 and zeros. Okay, so on each location a binary string will be stored. Okay, now what is why it is stored in binary? Because computer can understand only and only binary language. Okay, so this will be directly given to the various component of computer. Okay, like control unit control unit is there, then ALU, then various registers of common bus system. So these values will be given to those element, okay, directly. So this is the raw form, and it will be directly processed by the CPU. Now if we go with a little bit higher level representation, okay, then this is the hexadecimal code. Okay, so this is the hexadecimal code. Now this group of 4 bit will be converted into hexadecimal characters, okay, or hexadecimal numbers, digits, okay, and then it will be represented. So this 0010 represent 2, then all 0 represent 0, all 0 represent 0, and 0100 represent the 4. Similarly, this 0001 represent the 1, then 00, these both are 0, and 0101, so 5. Okay, so this is how it will be stored. So this is the same data, okay, this both are same, only representation is different. Okay, here representation is done into the hexadecimal code. So here program will be written in less using less number of you can say characters. Okay, so here we were using 16 digit, okay, while here we are using only 4 digit. Now still, what is the problem with this hexadecimal representation? Okay, now here it will be difficult to remember the operation code for each operation. Okay, if you try to recall the instruction format, okay, then we know that first 4 bit represent the opcode and addressing mode. Okay, so it is very difficult to remember the number for each operation. Okay, so what will be done? This operation will be replaced using some names. Okay, it is known as mnemonics. So those mnemonics will specify the instruction. Okay, so this will be the symbolic code. So if you try to recall this you can say instruction, okay, then and it is 0, then and add load. Okay, so these two represent the LDA, load accumulator, from memory reference instruction. So LDA, and then remaining 12 bit will represent the address. So LDA 004. Okay, then end and add. So this 1 represent the add, and this 005 represent the address. So add 005. Then 3. So and add, load, and store. Okay, so these 3 represent the store, and this 006 represent the memory location. So store and 006. Next is 7. Okay, so if it is 7, that means it is register reference instruction. So 7001. So that is for halt. Now next is 0053. Now here this does not represent any operation, but this represent the address. Okay, so sorry, not address but operand. Okay, this represent the address, and this represent the operand, value of that operand. Yes, so here what we have mentioned, that LDA 004. So LDA 004 means a memory location 4, so 100. On that location we will store the value of A53. So again, this is in hexadecimal format, so it is actually 83. And 005, it is -23. This is, here number is stored using 2's complement method. Okay, so this is 83, this is -23. So if we try to okay, we will go with the higher level programming language later on. So let's have a look at the last instruction, 1100. So 000, all 0. Now still it is little bit difficult, okay, to write the code into the assembly language. Okay, so what if we can write a code in human understandable language? Okay, so that is the high level programming language. High level programming language. Yes, so here you can see how many variables we are using. We will use 3 variables, a, b, and to store the value. Okay, so integer a, b, and c. Then we will initialize the variable a and b. So data a comma 83 and b comma minus 23, and then we will perform the addition operation. So c is equals to a plus b. Okay, and then all 0 represent the AND. Here just try to understand that this is the pseudo instruction. Okay, so that we will discuss in upcoming tutorials, that what is pseudo instruction. Now as you can see, these are not the different programs, okay, but all four are the same program. Okay, but the representation, or the way they are represented to the user or to the system, it is totally different. Okay, this is completely user friendly and this is completely machine friendly. Okay, machine cannot process this data, while here user cannot understand. It is very difficult to remember binary pattern for everything. Okay, so the purpose of this various programming language, or you can say code, symbolic code, hexadecimal code, okay, or binary code, is to represent the same data at different levels, so it can be used by everyone. Okay, so in this tutorial we will keep up to this. More we will discuss in next tutorial. Thank you.